James Gardner from the, that used to do Rockford Files years ago was a big customer of the Humboldt pot.
Could be, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sure there's a lot, depending on, you know, who's taking this stuff to LA and who they know, gets into those circles. Sure, yeah. I would prefer mine to go to more professional people. I don't want people fighting for it on the street,
Well,
and that does happen.
but most of yours predominantly goes for medical purposes, correct?
Oh, sure. Yeah, without doubt. I'm a sick motherfucker. I smoke a lot of weed. There's a song up here, I smoked 2 joints before I smoked 2 joints. Yeah, see, that's a good cover. If you ever get busted, they say, why you got all this weed? You say, I'm a sick motherfucker, man. I need lots of weed to smoke. And they usually just say, okay.
So, isn't it true that most of the pot in this area is used for medical purposes?
Sounds good. I'm awful sick. I can't answer that. I don't imagine that's true though. Man, that's where that kind of spawned that whole thing, because a lot of it goes down to the Schweizers, man. They love this shit. Love the Indo.
He can do Arnold.
Snoopy,
he can do.
You know that song he's got, sipping on gin and juice, smoking Mendo. A lot of people say I know. My friend Calvin told me, because he knows. He says no. He's saying Indo, but he's saying no. Sipping on gin and juice, smoking Mendo. I guess he had a friend up here that used to, they used to hook old Snoopy up. But those guys, man, they're too fucking rad for me. And their money's always fucked up. They can't count. Fucking counterfeit money. I mean, I got some funny money a few times. I just tell them on. What do you do? Say, hey, this is your shit. Fuck me, my shit, motherfucker. So now I got a couple of good people. This one guy, he takes this purple down and he sells it to musicians in Marin. And they pay bank and a couple of lawyers and doctors and stuff. He's got a high-end clientele. And they fucking love it, man. They work all week. They come home. They got a fatty at home waiting for them of the good. That's what I like to see. People that are a little more creative,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dealing with all these guys down here, fuck every other word. I mean, it just shows a poverty of intellect, and I don't want to deal with it, So.
I know we do, like, being a creative director, producer type.
Yeah.
I've gone to production companies.
Yeah.
And go out with the fucking executive producer,
Yeah.
CEO of the company. We'll go out back on a little patio.
Spark one up.
And we'll go back into the think tank.
Well, that's who I want to hook up.
The few editors I met, like I told, there's not one that doesn't smoke pot and work.
Almost every good editor.
That's who I want to hook up with, and not necessarily because I could charge more. It's just that I have a little bit more control of where it's going. And this whole violent thing in pot, it's just it's not part of the deal. It's not part of the fucking deal. I mean, I've never known anybody in my circles that smokes pot and does anything stupid or fucking goes off and shoots anybody. I prefer to see, somebody getting a little benefit, intellectual, creative, whatever.
Oh, shit.
Not necessarily trying to, get that niche for the money, because money, I'm not even tripping. Money's good. But I like to find some people like that, I did have a couple of guys, but the fucker got busted. He was like, he knew a lot of producers, record people, and this kind of thing. So, judges, attorneys. Yeah, there's some pretty interesting people. No. But like this gal Venus, like she's always, she travels a lot. She said, yeah, man, met this high roller from Florida. He's by way of Jamaica and this and that, and he wants to invest in this and that, and he wants 50 pounds. And I'm like, dude, you got 50 pounds? Throw it to him, see what happens. But I wouldn't. Next thing, she's calling me up. God damn, I wish I listened to you. That fucking guy ripped me off. I'm like, she's always throwing it out there, trying to make more money, more money, more money. I'm like, dude, how much fucking money do you need? Yeah. I mean, fuck. But I'm going to give this a little bit, maybe another year or so. I've had a pretty good run. You know, got $500,000 cash buried. You know, it's all good. I mean, that's like,
great.
you know, I wouldn't put that money in the bank, but you know, it's good. I'm not getting cocky about it either.
It's got a nice smell to it, doesn't it?
What, the money?
That money, that smell.
You like that money?
No, and that money
I'd rather
in general,
smell ground
I'm
myself.
talking the money that's been sitting in like a tube or a.
Yeah, it's got a
you
musty
know,
kind
it's got
of
a funny
it smells like
it's
money.
got a smell.
It
It smells
money.
like money. That's what I mean. No, I'd rather smell pot than money.
I'd rather
Money
smell
don't mean
pussy
shit to me.
myself, but yeah, it's I don't know, man. I mean, I've got certainly more than I need, more than I thought I'd ever have. And you know, I mean, I worked my fucking ass off. I broke my back, my wrists are broken, my knees are fucked up, my elbows, everything else from pounding nails and fighting fires and cutting timber and falling off motorcycles. I'm fucking broke down, so I'm time to relax a little bit.